Hey guys, I recently got a request to kind of do a showcase my team and talk about my team, show what they're using, how I play them, what ISA 8s they've got at them, and just what my team is. So my team has recently changed once I've leveled to or beat the game actually. Once I beat Doctor Doom on ultimate difficulty and unlocked this cool Doom 2099 costume here, which I still working my way towards that gold one. It's just I just don't want to sit for 3 hours and play that thing yet. Okay, I'm working myself up to that. It's gonna be hard, and I kind of like the blue and the silver one. Anyway, before I get sidetracked here, so this is my team, my final team that I'm using right now. It is Star-Lord, Mr. Fantastic, Wasp, and Doctor Doom. This team, two of the members on this team used to be here the whole time. Like Star-Lord, I've basically played Star-Lord from level 1 to max. I've never not had Star-Lord on my team. From the beginning of the game, I was like, dude, this guy is overpowered. Every time I play another hero, I'm like, he's not like Star-Lord. Like Star-Lord he's got something that the other heroes don't, and that amped up ability is just absolutely insane. And the fact that he has the tornadoes, the electricity, he's just very mobile and he can shoot from far. He's a very easy to play hero, and he's very safe. Like if I don't want to die, like I just play him, stand back, you shoot tornadoes and electricity for fun, easy peasy. Mr. Fantastic is actually a replacement for Miss Marvel. Now, Miss Marvel, you obviously know, comes with the Wasp combo, and man, I was like the first person to jump on that board. That spin to win thing was just too damn fun to not use, even though it was kind of abusive and made the game really easy. I mean, I kind of liked it because if you play the game like when it first came out, oh, I'm pretty sure all of you have experienced this. Like when you first got to Superior, like you notice that every chapter, or like even during a chapter, the difficulty would spike like whew, and you'd be like, "What the dude?" Yeah. So the moment I got Miss Marvel and Wasp, I was like, "I'm not dealing with that shit ever again." no, no. I'm not dealing with it. Freaking difficulty spikes ever again, man. I like my games hard, but like not that hard. I prefer the grindiness, to be honest, which is something most people wouldn't understand, to be honest. So Miss Marvel basically does a kick spinning thing that Wasp can do a rapid fire to shoot into it that creates a really massive synergy that does like a spinning shooting thing. I don't know. It's like basically she spins and she ricochets bullets, if you can like think it like that are electrified. It makes it sound cooler. And it does massive damage. It's the reason why it's like electrified for some reason is that when Wasp does it, it does insane damage. So it seems like a Wasp's rapid fire is really, really good. I can't really pinpoint why, but it's just really good. So Mr. Fantastic does a spinning move with his hands, which kind of replaces Miss Marvel, and I believe he does it a lot like wider. I believe he can like stretch out his arms further, so he actually gets more range, and I think he's also more mobile. I mean, from spinning with him, he might be more mobile. Actually, that might not be 100% correct. It He just feels a little bit faster and more free flowing. I don't know if it's just because he's new or something. I'm just like, yeah, I want to watch him bounce up and down like we normally see him with his jump aerial attack. But yeah, that's the kind of Wasp and Mr. Fantastic kind of combo explained here. Wasp can also do a tornado and shoot into it, which will kind of create the effect without Mr. Fantastic, which is pretty dope. So if Wasp is alone, she can full certainly that doesn't even English, but she can most definitely handle herself just with a tornado and shooting into it. And if you have Star-Lord making electricity tornadoes and Wasp shooting into that, it's just maddening. Now, Doctor Doom is a new member of my team. My fourth member of my team has always been a weird one for me, and in the past it's been like Hulk, it's been like Phoenix. I've like ultimately I've really stuck with Hulk. I mean, one point I tried Colossus, but Hulk has just been the one that like kind of adds the highest team bonus for like what the team is because it was a really weird team. And I've never really focused on team bonus. As you can see here, we've only got 2% resilience, 1% vitality, and 4% energy. Nothing really like wow, it's kind of just like, oh, that's really baseline, but it's good. Like it works for me, man. Like they've got overpowered abilities that like really like all of these heroes are like I can use every single one of them until their energy is drained, and I will dish out mad damage, dude. Doctor Doom is my replacement here because of his little Doom bot that he can put down and then shooting a laser into it. Now that is a great thing when there's a boss or something far away, even for like certain things. Like I don't know if you noticed the destroyer from I think it was like just before Odin. I think it was chapter 9. This destroyer, right? He can get melted by Doctor Doom's beam. Like, there's a gauntlet where you have to fight the Destroyer. When you use Doctor Doom, he melts him, dude. Like, his stagger bar gone, health bar gone. Like, and then I was like, okay, cool. Let me try the spin to win. Like, it doesn't do what the Doctor Doom does. Star-Lord doesn't either. I'm like, okay, this is a bit broken. Like, why does Doctor Doom's laser just like destroy Destroyer? Okay, that's a bit of a interesting term of events there. Um, so yeah, so Doctor Doom he's just overpowered. He also has a rapid fire ability, so it's another one to kind of synergize with Mr. Fantastic, though I prefer he synergize with the Wasp like exclusively. But he can synergize with tornadoes, Wasp's tornado, Wasp's rapid fire, and Doctor Doom's rapid fire. So it makes him a little hard to use because his spin to win doesn't always activate on Wasp's rapid fire because the game doesn't let you pick, or it does, but it like makes you wait like a second. Like, you don't have that kind of time like doing this stuff. So let me go look at my abilities after explaining how I use my heroes. Let's go look at the ISO 8s. So on Star-Lord, he's probably the only one who actually has like a proper kit. Like, I've actually given him these ones specifically to build him up, even though I haven't even upgraded them. I'm so bad. +5 here. Increases his critical hit chance. Increases his critical hit chance of all ability attribute attacks. Now, this is interesting because Star-Lord himself has ability attributes on fire, ice, and electricity. Electricity, or shock, actually, is what I should be saying, is his main one. Like I'm literally building him up on this ability here, amped up, because it's demonic, dude. It will kill anything without a stagger bar, and it will stagger whatever does have a stagger bar, and it will hurt it as well. So it works really well. So basically, he's a full crit build, right? So I've also got him here with increased the critical hit chance of energy attacks by 10%, increases energy regeneration by 20%. That last one isn't really needed, but I do tend to use him a lot, so I do run out of energy a lot. And since I don't have Phoenix on my team, because I don't really like that kind of Phoenix playstyle, I need a way to get energy. And normally I'll back off and I'll throw a tornado, do a spin, and then I'll pop out a whole kind of round of auto attacks, or light attacks actually, to kind of get energy. And this kind of energy point regeneration just helps a little bit with that. So he always has something to lean on, even when he's kind of empty. He doesn't have any energy to use. You'll see here, we've also got increases the damage of all attacks with an ability attribute by 17%, increases the critical hit chance of all ability attribute attacks by 8%. So you're starting to get the idea of how hard this guy can smack. And then this one here just raises the bar, dude. Increases the damage of attacks with the shock ability attribute by 22.8%, increases the critical hit chance of shock ability attribute attacks by 12%. So he is full on ability attribute, ability attacks, ability to crit. He hits really hard, especially with his amped up, dude. He's insane. And this one here, I actually don't know why this one's here. This one's kind of, to be honest, I was expecting something else. This one I'm hoping to replace with that one where all 3% of all shock damage you do, you gain back as health. I really want to put that one on here. And then it also increases all the damage you do with ability attributes, I think, as well. Or is it just abilities? I can't really remember. It's like the level 54 or 45 or something in the new rewards. I just spoke about it the other day, and I can't remember what the hell the thing was called. But yeah, basically he's using this as like a stand-in, some kind of pick there. So I'm waiting to get more ability attribute or crit onto him. Actually, I should press like this. You'll see here. It's just maddening, dude. It's just he's got the best ISO 8s for a shock user in the game, minus that new one in the final spot there. Let's go have a look at my Mr. Fantastic. So Mr. Fantastic works in a kind of a different way. For instance, I have increased damage resistance on him, and also decreases the damage taken from all attacks with an ability attribute. Now, the reason that is because he spins to win the whole time. That means I don't usually get to block or move out, because I'll ruin the synergy and I'll have to start it up again, and that costs a lot of energy to initiate the attack, and you'll run out of energy really quickly, and it won't really work. So when he is spinning, I try to make him take as the least damage possible. Sometimes I will get hit on purpose because I want the output of the damage, rather than okay, cool, let me dodge and set up again. It's just I like to risk it. Okay, this one here is just a weird one. I don't know. It adds a 9% stand stagger and additional 1 1 second to stagger, so that's not really that important. Here's some energy, but the important thing is that bottom one here is it increases the ability damage by 19%. That's spin to win with 19% damage, dude. He's also got regen because spinning to win takes energy, lots of energy. You can see I've boosted up his energy and his energy regeneration. And then for when he's in AI mode, I always do this when there's a hero that I don't usually play a lot. I only use him when I want to spin to win, like, certain kind of situations, which is usually like a boss or multiple enemies that have big stagger bars that are going to take too long to destroy, or Doctor Doom can't deal with them himself. So he kind of uses the light and heavy attacks so that when he's playing in AI form, he just does massive damage by himself. Wasp here has a very interesting one as well. I've actually built her as kind of in a similar sense of Star-Lord, that she's got a lot of crits. So she's got critical hit chance, some energy, increases damage resistance by 15% because I like it when she stays alive. Increases damage done to enemies by 16%. That's a really good one. But I do prefer the ability damage one because it gives a higher percentage. Here's one that increases energy regeneration because obviously she's using energy to expand her rapid fire. Increases damage done to enemies, just base kind of like, add on there. Increases the critical hit chance of abilities by 12%. So that's when I'm controlling her alone and I do a tornado and I shoot into it. She does massive, massive damage. This one I actually put on for the gauntlets. Like, time required to revive team members decreases by 50%. In some gauntlets, having this is so needed. When reviving team members, resistance to being interrupted increases. So I always use her to revive everyone because she'll always kind of be alive. Usually I play Star-Lord and he's like the first to die, and then like Wasp is also like really far back because she shoots from far away, and then I just use her fly over or like whatever to go to revive whoever I need to revive. Now Doctor Doom, he kind of has like just ones that I picked at like first glance. I was thinking, what do I need on him? First thing that I thought was like he needs increased resistance to being interrupted while attacking by a ton. Now this is something where when enemies are attacking you, they kind of like knock you over, or they like stun you, or they bug you so your attack stops. Because Doctor Doom has to stand still to cast that laser for like 10 seconds, it feels like you're gonna want this because otherwise every second enemy is gonna be like, "Hey, stop that!" And then you're gonna be like, "Man, you just ruined my thing," So you're gonna want to not be interrupted. However, this is like the only one I have here. I think, from what I can tell of my rainbows ISO 8s are, I think there's like 500 of them. I haven't gone through that stuff. It's a mess. Okay, the sorting in this game for ISO 8s is horrible. You already know that. So it comes with vitality. I'm like, I'm okay with that. Now this one's cool because he self-synergizes. I decided to pack him full of synergy attacks, like critical hit chance of synergy attacks by 12%, mastery by 13%, because obviously he uses lasers, should be using mastery. Increases the rate abilities restore the extreme gauge. I'm not too really, hyped up about that one. It's the second one I'm more aiming at here. That increases the critical hit chance of synergy attacks again. And then this one increases synergy attack damage by 15.8%, some mastery, and then increases damage done to enemies and some more mastery. So you kind of see where I'm going with all of my heroes here. And that's what makes them what they are. I mean, like if you've seen my team in play, which you've probably seen in a few videos now, this is what my team is, and yeah, that's how I play. And the only thing I plan on changing really is giving Star-Lord that new shock ISO 8 that gives health. Actually, maybe I should give it to Doctor Doom. No. I really want to give it to Star-Lord. I love it when Star-Lord's overpowered because you don't realize, like, on boss fights, sure, he doesn't show up that much, but on everything else, Star-Lord is a cold stone killer. Like, that M-top hits everyone, dude. You just, it's like the most overpowered AoE killer in the game, in my opinion. So, yeah. What do you guys think? What are your teams? Let me know in the comments below. What are your teams? How do your teams work? Do you use any of the members I use on my team? Do you use them differently? Let me know. I'm very interested to see what you guys do. How do you guys play your team? Like, yeah, let me know. I'll see you guys in a future Marvel video. Thanks for watching.